जय हिंद दोस्तों, मैं हूं मेजर मोहम्मद अली शाह और अभी मैं गुफ्तगू में होऊंगा एक ऐसे बहादुर नौजवान के साथ जिनको टाके पड़े हैं, स्टिचेस पड़े हैं, चोटें आई हैं, बुरी तरह मारा गया है इनको। ऐसा खबरों के मुताबिक सुनने में आया है। उसके बावजूद भी वो यहां पर बैठे हुए हैं डट के, लाइक अ मैन। हम सब जानते हैं वो वाकया जहां पर पंजाब में पटियाला में के पास में एक आर्मी के सर्विंग कर्नल बाथ साहब, जो कि बहुत ही अव्वल दर्जे के ऑफिसर हैं। ही वाज द फर्स्ट ऑफिसर, second generation officer to command the same battalion as his father, two Mac. In fact, he's a fifth generation officer. उनके रगों में ही ओजी ब्लड है भैया। And Angad had the honor to go to one of the best schools of the country. आइए इनसे अंगद और इनके पिताजी को बुरी तरीके से खबरों के मुताबिक अगर माने तो मारा गया था। आइए इनसे पूछते हैं वहां के बारे में, उस दिन क्या हुआ था। अंगद, जय हिंद और शुक्रिया हमारे लिए वक्त निकालने के लिए। अंगद।
जय हिंद सर।
अंगद, आप बताएंगे ये जो खबरें सुनने को आ रही हैं, ये हमें दर्शकों को बताइए कि हुआ क्या था। अंगद,
So I'll start with the beginning. So
yes.
I'll go ahead with English.
Yes, anything, whatever you're comfortable with, please.
So we were traveling from Delhi to Patiala. We started from Delhi at 6:15, 6:30 near about, and we reached Patiala by around 12:15. So at that time, it was not feasible for us to go and go home and ask for food and all that. So I told Dad, let's go to the nearest place and let's have some Maggie en route. So we had stopped for a packet of Maggie. While we were eating that, police vehicle came from the wrong side. Police officers who were drunk.
With a beacon, or designated police vehicle.
Okay, official police vehicle. Behind that, they had their own vehicles, private vehicles, but with the lights on, the police lights put on the private vehicles. These officials were drinking in their police official vehicles, and they were sloshed. They were completely drunk. They got down. 4 of them, inspectors Harjinder Singh Dhillon, Harry Bhoparai, one is Sukhvinder something, and another was Ronnie Singh. So these guys got down. I didn't know their names before. As things have gone ahead, I've got to know their names. And they got down. They asked my dad to move the car. His tone was, in Hindi, what I can explain it. He said it in Punjabi. He said, "Gaadi hata lo, nahi ko laate uthwa denge aapki." So when my dad heard that, he said, "Sir, गाड़ी हटवाना is okay, पर ये जो आप language use कर रहे हो ये सही नहीं है." So he said, and my dad told him, "I'm from the army." So he said, आपको आर्मी के जितने आपको लग रहा है कि आप आर्मी के हो, तो आप यहाँ पे ये हमारे कहते हैं आप हमारे को हमारी लैंग्वेज सिखाओगे. So my dad said, "You are not allowed to speak like this with any citizen." So that time, while he was having a discussion with my dad, Ronnie Singh came and punched my dad from the side, unaware that my dad was unaware of the punch. He got a punch on his nose. He blacked out there, hit the car dicky, he fell down on the road. I had gone ahead to move the car by then. I was just near the door of the car. I ran back.
You on the wheel?
No, I was walking towards the car driver's door, that they have told us to move the car. I will move the car. But the discussion which we were having is, why have you spoken to us like this? So in that duration, while he was talking to them only, their subordinate punched my dad. The time he punched my dad, whereas he knew he was from the army, he was a colonel in the army. He was told this in the beginning. After that, when he had punched him, I ran behind again to save my dad. I pushed all of them because they were kicking him. They were kicking him while he was unconscious on the floor.
Any son would have done that, yeah.
And now, after that, there were 12 of them. Out of the 4 of them continue hitting my dad. They picked me up. They took me 30 meters away from the car, near the hospital's gate. They 7 to 8 men surrounded me in a circle, hitting me, punching me, hitting me with rods. My dad, after a few seconds, when he gained conscious, he tried to somehow balance himself and come and save me because he could not see me getting beaten. So while he was doing all of it, so he was in the middle again. They pulled my dad from behind. They threw him on the floor. He hit the bikes. His head fell near a car's tire. And my dad was telling them continuously, please leave him, I'm from the army, please leave him. And they did not stop even once. They started hitting my dad, kicking him. They told them, आर्मी की हवा निकालेंगे, आपकी जो आपके अंदर आर्मी की हवा है, हमारे को क्या बता रहे हो आर्मी से. Somehow I saved my dad. All they had batons in their hand. I took all of them. I took him till the car that he sits. I told them, hit me as long as you want, but leave him. They kept hitting him. The window pane of the car was down. They punched him while he was sitting inside. They kept hitting me. They opened the door again, pulled him down, again hit him continuously. They kept hitting me also. Once these people had no strength to hit us, they were over with their own strength. They thought now it's okay to leave them, and they started hitting our car with rods. Somehow I sat on the driver's seat and I managed to escape. They made a video in the end saying these guys are harassing females because he didn't know it was my own dad. Will a father and son go and harass females outside? That's completely illogical. Second thing, sir, they have after that, when they told my dad clearly, they pulled his iCard, they pulled his phone, they took it with them. In the whole fight situation which was going on, my dad's chain has been broken, watches had been broken, leave that aside. But iCard, when they took it, my dad unconscious also kept saying that do whatever, but don't take my iCard, don't take my iCard. They said iCard. So I also went, I said give his iCard back. They said एक encounter करके आए, अगर सुबह तक जिंदा रहोगे तो आके iCard ले जाना.
Oh God. Oh God.
And after that, I somehow ran with my car from there. They broke our car. They were not police officers. They were hooligans. They were gangsters.
My God, yeah, this is shocking.
I have told them they all were intoxicated to a level where they had no senses. In the morning, they had done an encounter. They had been praised. They were in the air, in the high, that they have done an encounter. And now they are the ones who can do anything in the whole street.
This is shocking, absolutely shocking. और ये कितने किलोमीटर दूर हुआ तुम्हारे घर से, जो तुम्हारा घर पटियाला में है? I believe your house is in Patiala. How many kilometers away was this Angad?
So, in terms of kilometers, maybe 3 kilometers. In terms of minutes, 6 to 8 minutes away from my house.
Okay. I mean, most ridiculous to say the least. And, I have seen some CCTV images of the policeman hitting your father and you, in fact.
So,
and that was obtained by your mother, I believe, from the dhaba itself.
That was our biggest mistake, that we handed it over to the police. Because these guys are completely corrupt. And these guys, there's a whole system of corruption which goes on here. And no one stands for anyone. So 2 days, me and my dad could not come out of the hospital because we were admitted. We could not leave the hospital premises. My mom has gone to the SP, DSP, sat in front of their office. They have forced her to compromise. When she was not compromising, no FIR was written. After 2 days, when they wrote the FIR, they gave a statement that we have written the FIR. And so, if you go through the FIR clearly states that these officials, that these 2 men were drinking standing near their car, and when we caught them, they hit us, and so hence we hit them. So will 2 men jump on 12 men? Is that called actually a fight, or it's called getting thrashed? And so second thing, if we were drinking, first of all, they were drunk. They have said we were drinking. How come they have hit us till night 1 o'clock? 1:35 a.m. I have a medical report which says I was not under the influence of alcohol.
Oh, you have that medical report. All right.
Right.
I was just going to come to that point, because I've heard the statement of the dhaba owner who said that apparently the youngster, that you, Mumunda, he was drunk. And apparently the allegation is that you started hitting the cops first. That's the allegation. Now, you can throw some light how far it's true, and could you, with logic, if you can explain that?
So, first of all, this is the medical report, government hospital medical report of Rajendra Hospital. That's my name there. And so, in my report, if you read here, it's very clear. You can also read it. The last line.
Right.
Not under the influence of alcohol.
Acha.
In my FIR, they have done, the FIR statement is not from our side, whereas we have given them the first investigation report, but it's not from our side. They have done a FIR on the dhaba owner's name, where dhaba owner is saying there were people, these 2 were standing near the car, And we guys went to them. We guys told them, please don't drink. Then more people came and told them, don't drink. And police came and told them, don't drink. Then they started hitting the police. Then hence police had to hit us. And we say, if first of all we were not drinking, and even still if you have say we were drinking, do you give a third degree treatment to a person who is drinking? Second thing, even if we have raised our hands, they say we have raised our hands, we say okay fine. Even if I have raised my hand on them, according to them, if I have raised my hand, then why has my dad been hit? Third thing, sir, even if they have hit us, does the police right now, is the is a dhaba police station where they can hit us like this? Why haven't they taken us to the police station if this kind of a thing was done? Why haven't they reported it in the first place? Why are there videos of their inspectors where they're apologizing to me? I have a video where they're apologizing to my mother that we didn't know he was an army officer, we didn't know what we have done, we were drunk. We have a video of that on video call. They have all accepted it. And if they were so righteous, then why are they apologizing? Why can't they come up and go up and directly apologize? And what is the SSP doing and DSP doing? If my mom was sitting in the police station till night 1 and they couldn't write a report, and the FIR they have given is completely bogus.
Very logically put by you, Angad. That's a very, very logical statement. In fact, yes, what you are saying, it makes sense to anyone who would hear your
Right,
version,
sir.
because everybody has to hear both the sides of the story. There are always two sides to a coin, and they have to hear their version and your version. But what your version is, it is actually very, very credible, and what you have reasoned out very logically, and you said facts. You have the medical report with you. I mean,
So another point I have. Today, the SSP had given an interview in the morning that we have suspended those 12 men. After the suspension video of the where the SSP has announced that we have suspended those 12 men, why those 12 men's names were not revealed when the media was asking them? Second thing, last 2 days the dhaba owner did not give any interview. Today, the time SSP gave the interview, after 5 minutes, the dhaba owner also remembered that he also has to give the interview. And whereas the dhaba owner was not even present there. Or maybe in a day when he has 200 clients, and how many fights would be happening? For how many fights does he go and file an FIR?
yeah.
Is there any loss of property of the dhaba owner that he wants to do a FIR? There's no loss of any property of his. Why is he getting involved? And why FIR is not on our name, on a third party name? That tomorrow when they take it to court, the FIR and the dhaba owner just backs out and they say your case is closed.
एक और बात ना, खासतौर से ट्विटर पे बहुत से कमेंट्स हैं, इट्स बीन ट्रेंडिंग ऑन ट्विटर, आई वुड से दैट उस पे बहुत लोगों ने ये भी बोला है कि भाई यार अल्कोहल एंड मैगी डजंट मेक एनी सेंस टू देम, दोस आर द कमेंट्स. ओके, सेकंडली दे हैव सेड अ फादर एंड अ सन सिटिंग एंड ड्रिंकिंग टुगेदर ओवर देयर आउटसाइड ढाबा. वो भी जैसे कि आपने बताया कि घर से 3-4 किलोमीटर तकरीबन टाइम वाइज 5-6 मीटर की दूरी पे. Again, doesn't make sense. But वो अलग बात है, the law will take its course. And
sir,
के तौर पे कार्रवाई होगी. जी.
And sir, if we had to drink, can a person drink for 7 hours? We are traveling from Delhi. We have to come back home. Are we interested in drinking, or we are waiting for Holi is next day? We want to reach back home the earliest. Right. We are coming on the weekend to our house. That next day is Holi. We want to celebrate Holi with my mom, with my grandparents, with our family members. Or we are more interested to go and drink near a dhaba and eat these girls as father and son.
How ridiculous is that? Yeah, that's a very ridiculous thought.
When they cannot have logics, they come out with any kind of statements and non-logical facts.
This is really bad. And what उन्होंने क्या encounter के बारे में क्या कहा था, जरा फिर से फरमाएगा जरा, just tell me again what they said about the encounter.
They said एक encounter सुबह करके आए हैं, अगर कल सुबह तक जिंदा रहोगे तो आके आई कार्ड ले जाना.
Oh God. And there were some pictures floating around on social media where apparently they were applauded by the DIG in the morning and in the same clothes and the same clothes. उसके बारे में कुछ कोई बताएगा आप जरा हल्का सा हमको?
So exactly, that's why their names have not been revealed, because one place the DIG has applauded them that you guys have done a very good work, commendable work. They were in the air of that. They were drinking and making happiness. Next day, the DIG cannot say, or SSP cannot say, those same officers are getting suspended. So hence they were trying to safeguard them. Hence, even after they have got suspended, their names have not been revealed.
Oh,
A
the
special
names.
thanks to a special thanks to General Bish, sir, who has taken a stand, who has told the SSP to get them suspended yesterday, and after that, this procedure has worked out. But sir, my thing is, even right now, sir, the biggest thing which I feel is there is sadness in my dad's eye that in front of his son, a military officer's reputation has been put on the ground. The nation which he served with that pride, now sir, more than an army officer, his family feels the pride of his father, or wife feels the pride that my husband is in the army, or the son feels my dad's an army officer, because we see them going to the in that uniform to the office, the troops and everything. We have seen them commanding, and that same person, when you see him falling on the ground and people beating him, he's more than me, he's hurt inside that in front of his son his reputation has put to this level. All I want is that he should get justice for his green uniform, the respect back.
I'm sure justice will prevail, and there's going to be a thorough inquiry. I'm certain of it, because the kind of it's trending on social media. It's there on every channel. I saw it on Lalan Top. I saw it on Mojo Story. In fact, Saurabh Dwivedi and Barkadat are both very well known
Right,
to
sir.
me. And
Sir,
I
that's very true. But if police senior officials are coming and giving statements, I'll request Indian Army senior officers also to take a stand and come along with us, because at the moment everything is very corrupt and bogus here. So their interventions would be required, and we would like them also to be more involved in this as much as they can be, because till now they feel from our side we have no support.
No, you have the nation support, everyone standing by you, and I've got so many messages and calls, and and in fact आपके स्कूल के community में ये बहुत जबरदस्त तरीके से it's
Right, sir.
buzzing all over, and
Right, sir.
so you have a lot of support on that. And yes, what you said is right, and you would like our senior officers to come forward and speak about it. Yes, there's no doubt about that. Angad, I am sure that you will recover well, and right now I know you see very brave of you, despite being so grievously wounded and having stitches and whatnot and bruises. आप इतने बहादुरी से आप बात कर रहे हैं. Your father is a fighter. I'm sure your father would be very proud of you, and you in turn would be very proud of your father. In fact, आपके father को
Right,
भी
sir.
ये संदेश हम दे दें that you उनकी कोई इज्जत कम नहीं हुई है. The respect for your father in your eyes has gone up multifold. Am I right, Angad?
Definitely, sir. Sir, we both are scarred but not scared yet.
Very well said. You both are scarred but not scared. Yet, nahi, and you'll never be scared. And
Thank you so much,
Angad,
sir.
and your mother's another brave lady, and your grandfather, your Dadaji, I mean, again, a very, very solid, brave officer.
Right,
And
sir.
what a family of Fauji's, in fact. I commend you for that. And it's 18 मिनट हुए हैं, जो कि एक TED का टाइम होता है. और being an international TEDx speaker, मैं बोलूंगा कि भैया, what I hope justice prevails, and I hope there's a thorough impartial inquiry, because जिस तरीके से आपने logically समझाया है, it's quite convincing. Your version is actually very, very convincing.
Thank you
Angad,
so much.
thank you so much for your time. You take care, and Jai Hind, brother.
Jai Hind, sir.